Yes, 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 man. Welcome to the Money Flow Sunday service. My name's Gerald Peters. Always remember, whatever it is you think about comes about. Whatever it is you focus on, man, that's what grows in your life. And today, we're going to focus on growing and building your wealth and defining your edge. Let's bring in the spirit. You've got to commit. You've got to believe. It's the only way the market works. Yes, yes. Hell yeah. Come on, man. Bring it in. Come on in. What's up? What's up, man? I see you. John, what's up? Lisa, come on in. Appreciate you guys being here this morning. All right, man, let's take this down. Yes, 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 man. What's going on? What's going on? My name is Gerald Peters. Welcome, as we said in the beginning, welcome to the Money Flow Trading Society's almost said podcast, Mastering the Trade, but that's not where we're at. It is Sunday service today, man. Hey, if you don't know, now you know. Scan that QR code. Which way is it? This way, this way. Where is it? It's right there. Scan that QR code right there, and that's going to hook you up on the Peters Report. You're going to get emails through our Substack subscription. You can view it on the app, and you can get it in the email. If you're not too busy to read it, most of you are probably too busy, and you're missing out on a lot of good information. A lot of stocks. It takes the Peters Report and brings it to life. Peters Report comes out on Sunday, so it'll be out tonight. If you saw last week's Peters Report, we had this stock here, Air. Now, Air, pull this up. Air, look at this. And this is what we're going to break down. I'm going to try to make you believe in the 4 stages of price movement. And that's what we're talking about here. And that's what these are. And that Air was our trade of the week right here on page 11. And you can see we've been trading this thing like we own it. Hold on, I got to share the screen with you. I apologize. Let's go over here to the chart of Air, and you're going to see the 4 stages of price movement. Watch my cursor. There's stage 1, runs up in a 2. There's a 3, comes down into a 4, sets up into a 1, runs up into a 2. And this chart is perfect money flow movement. That's why last week, if you weren't too busy to look at page 11, boom, we bought it there, ride it up, take some money right here. And that's called trading, my friend. But I'm going to try to explain to you the basic concept of the money flow. It's what I try to do here every Sunday as I come live on Sundays. So let's take this down. The whole point to Sunday is to make you a believer, man. Make you a believer, and that so that you understand that these 4 stages here, they are your edge. And if you can define that edge, if you can define your edge, then you can win at this game. And today I was out at the beach today, and I was sitting there and I was thinking, I was doing some reading, and I was writing. Let me see if I can find where I wrote this. And I was looking at some things, and I was thinking on the concept of fear, indecision, and doubt. Fear, indecision, and doubt. Those are the 3 enemies of mankind, by the way. Fear, People fear the market. Indecision, they don't know what to do when they get in the market. And then doubt, they lose faith in the market. All three of those will immobilize you. All three of those will steal from you. All three of those will leave you bankrupt. Now, what we believe inside of the money flow is that market's trend. And that's what I'm going to try to show you. This is a chart, by the way, of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is made up of 30 American stocks. Now, some people will say, well, this isn't a very good representation of the stock market. It doesn't matter. It follows right along with the S&P 500. And in any given day, either the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, or the Dow Jones Industrial, they kind of trug along together. And sometimes one's leading and sometimes the other's leading. And we as traders, if we can read the message of the market, then we can see and spot those rotations that sometimes the industrial stocks are leading the way. Sometimes the tech stocks lead the way. Sometimes it's the S&P. Sometimes it might be bonds or gold or oil or Bitcoin. A lot of things. And we track 7 inside of the money flow trading system or inside the Peters report. We track 7 different indexes to help us spot the 4 stages of price movement in those 7 different sectors of the world economy, really, those 7 different sectors, so that we can not only find trades, but spot rotations so that we can weight our money. See, I'm always in the stock market, always. Getting in and out, that's a loser's game. I never met anybody that did well doing that. I'm not talking about trading. I'm talking about you're investing money. But we can spot rotations and we can take advantage of that. And if we develop our skills as traders, we can make some damn money, man. Let me pull this up. So this is what we're trying to define. Now, what I want you to understand as you look at stage 1, which is called accumulation, stage 1, in order to spot this, you're going to have to spot the message of the market, man. Where's this at? I was just looking in this book here. This is my book, by the way. The direction of trend is the path of least resistance. So the money flow believes that trends exist on all time frames, that time itself is fractal, but so is the movement of price. Stock movement is also fractal. What do I mean by fractal? It means it can be broke down, much like the weather. And we can see these fractal patterns. And when we see these fractal patterns, we can weight our position. That's what I mean by that. Meaning we can weight it. Oh, I thought I heard someone else is playing some similar church music. That's funny. Oh, that may be behind me. You see, and one of the things about the market is the market, man, it's like a living organism. That damn thing is alive. And that's what we mean by trends sometimes, is that we can spot it because, well, the damn market is like a living organism. It's alive. And trends exist on all time frames. And the market leaves clues. It leaves messages on all of those time frames. And we describe that as it leaves footprints or patterns, repeatable patterns, matter of fact, that we believe as traders we can trade it. And as investors, we believe we can invest in it. Each day the market comes to life when that opening bell rings, ding, 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 and shuts down when it ends. But in the middle, I like to call it chaos. And what we're trying to do is turn that damn chaos into cash, man. That's what we're trying to do. So when this begins to move, this is Dow Industrial Average. Look back here at 2010. What is something you're noticing about this? Look at this. Notice this. This is what you got to notice. And this, my friends, is why there's an edge. And this is so damn simple that it's hard to even understand. That over time, the market simply goes up. But like a living, breathing entity, the market is continually expanding and contracting, breathing in, breathing out, or what I refer to as money flowing in, money flowing out. And when you see it flowing out, you see these dips. Each one of these bars is 1 month. And so we see, if you look at this right here, each bar is 1 month. This is about 6 months down. Over here, we got a couple months down. Over here, we got a couple months down, couple months down. And so you see the market breathes in and the market breathes out. So if it pulled back over here, no big deal. That's what it's supposed to do. This is the cyclical flow of capital through all markets. We believe that we can study this with time, volume, and price. And through this, we're able to build or put together what are called indicators. And indicators are just like they sound. They indicate, much like a flashing light if you're driving down the road, that indicates something to you. What does that indicate? That indicates that maybe if the light turns yellow, it's indicating, hey, it's about to be red. You might want to slow your ass down. That's what that's indicating to you. And as we begin to study the indicators and volume and price and trends and moving averages, the components of the chart, and I cover that in my book, the Money Flow Trading System. I'm not going to go into great detail here. Here, I'm just trying to get you to understand that 1, we have an edge. 2, that the market's alive. 3, that it moves in 4 stages. And that 5, 70% of the time, it is going up. All stocks go through periods in which the public embraces them and they run up, and then they go through times where they want absolutely nothing to do with them, and the market or the stock totally collapses or comes down. And that wave, this is a daily chart here of a recent stock we were trading, Air. Now, here's what I want to show you something. I'm going to highlight these zones for teaching purposes. Now, as you look at this, I want to connect these boxes. You see how we connect these boxes? Right there. This, my friends, is a daily chart of Air, and it is a description that over time stocks go up. You see it going up, but it doesn't do it in a straight line. It goes sideways, it runs up, it goes sideways, it runs down, it goes sideways, it runs up, goes sideways, runs down. And that, my friends, is the money flow trading system, that the organic movement of price. Stocks go through, we've said this, 4 stages. Accumulation, that's this right here, my friend. This right here is accumulation. This is accumulation. This is accumulation. And over here is accumulation. This accumulation always follows a period of decline. So we see prices coming down. Again, this is a daily chart. Each bar is 1 day. We could go to a monthly, or we could day trade this baby and go to a 1-minute chart if you wanted to, where each bar is 1 minute. It's the same thing. It is fractal in nature. We talked about that. A fractal, listen to this. A fractal is a never-ending pattern. That's what we're seeing here on the charts. Fractals are infinitely complex patterns that are self-similar across different scales. They are created by repeating a simple process over and over again in an ongoing feedback loop driven by recursion. Fractals are images of dynamic systems. And that's what this is. It is highly complex with price and volume and all of these human emotions. And so we had, look at this. This was a total freak out here. Look at this. This massive candle down. Total fear. Freak out. And then they sold it off. And then what? It stopped. Why? Because it had stopped here before. And it came into a zone of what we call accumulation. Enough people started buying the shares that they stopped it from dropping. And that, my friends, is a stage 1. All you got to do to learn a stage 1, well, first get my book, The Money Flow Trading System. Maybe dive into the course that we have called Getting Started with Stock Charts and Money Flow Way. But once you can determine this right here, that down move, once you can catch that, what we call the anchor point is easy to define, but once you can find it, that's that connection between the stage 4 decline and the stage 1, which is accumulation. This is a natural place where buyers are fighting for control of the trend, meaning they're trying to stop the downtrend. It's a neutral period marked by contraction of prices, ranges that offer no tradable edge. This is where traders tend to get whipsawed or stopped out. Let's take this down here. This is the monthly. Save it now. Let's back it up. This is a time where you can get stopped out. If you're looking at this, look, you may see up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What we don't see is this nice, smooth uptrend or downtrend. And those we call stage 2s or stage 4 declines. Stage 1s and stage 3s can reap terror on the day trader because there is no definitive direction. And so as a day trader, when you want to look at those higher time frames, or what we call time continuity, or the triple screens, I like to refer to it, meaning looking at higher time frames, understanding that the market is fractal. And so as we can look to those higher time frames to kind of get insight into the lower time frame. Stage 2, the markup. Once buyers have gained control of a stock or an ETF and a pattern of higher highs and higher lows begins to emerge, this becomes the path of least resistance. And in the money flow, here's what I know. Price tends to break out, and I define that as a solid move. Price moves with authority. It's a nice move, like we saw right here. Bam! Moves up. Big, nice candle right here. Bam! Look at this one right here. Bam! It doesn't necessarily mean all in the next candle or the next bar that it moves, because if you look over here, that's 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day, 6 day. 6 days it gave you time to accumulate shares before it ran and hit our target zone. I'm not going to get into all the indicators today. That's what we do during the week. That's what we do in the books and courses. That's what we do inside of our Discord, is take our time with that. I'm just trying to convince you and show you that this is real. Okay. And you got to overcome fear, indecision, and doubt. Okay. You got to you can't be fearful of it. No doubt in it. You got to have faith. You got to be decisive. A lot of people are trading. I did a live here last night with the day trade professor. One things I noticed, a lot of people did not have any way of identifying an entry, an exit, a target, or managing their risk, man. This is what the money flow is all about. At the end of the day, if you're a trader, you're a risk manager. If you're an investor, it's all about allocating your money to an undervalued asset that has the potential of going up. That's what investing is. And then holding it and compounding it over long periods of time. And because we know the markets go through the 4 cycles, we're able to take advantage of other people's fear. Does that make sense? So if I'm an investor in this stock here, and I understand the 4 stages, man, all I want to do is buy this. You see why that would be smart? And look, I mean, it goes up, slowly goes up, and look, over time, that went up. Higher highs and higher lows. And that's how most stocks are going to move, my friend. Whoa, did that move over? Apologize for that. Distribution up here. Distribution, just like it sounds. When we get to distribution, what we find is that stocks, when they go into distribution, tend to go into a period of sideways movement. Indicators can help alert us to this. Highest highs are what we inside the money flow call an apex point. We can then use price in relation to the moving averages. We use a series of moving averages. Not going to go into which ones those are now. And it's the opposite of an anchor point, the top of a mountain. An anchor is the bottom, and the top of a mountain, or an apex point, is the top. And the distribution means as they begin to sell off their shares, buyers are buying, but then buyers can't keep up. And then all of a sudden there are no buyers, but there's still sellers, and price starts to come down. And through this natural rhythm of what I call money flowing in, money flowing out, or what some people call, just the organic movement cycles of price, just price moving, breathing. This is the breath of the market, just breathing out, breathing in, pausing, breathing out, breathing in, pausing. That's the natural movement of price. And I wanted to read this to you. Our job as investors and traders is to try to interpret the message of the market. The message for me comes through the 7, what we call the wind, but it's the 7 indexes that give me heads up to what the market may or may not do. I'm not trying to predict. I don't have any idea where the market's going. What I am trying to do is trade what I see. And I either see a stage 1, 2, or 3, or a 4. That is all that is available for my eyes to see. And what is it? What happening is happening. Okay, I can't predict or make it up. Appreciate you guys coming into Sunday service, man. To be successful at trading, if we were to use, the reason we have an edge is that 70% of the time markets go up. That's why index investing works, by the way, is that the markets go up over time. That's why investing at all in index funds or quality stocks work, because over time it goes up. But because of that, we as traders can get an edge. And so my edge is my ability to tune in or be in flow. This right here, I can be in flow with the market, analyze it correctly, and interpret the low risk entry points, the stage 1, or the lowest risk, the highest return exit points, the stage 3s. And so what I hope to do is establish the fact that you should be an investor, but you can take those skills of being a trader, make your investing better, and your belief as an investor to make your trading better. And that's my edge, man, is my job is to analyze the market and correctly interpret the lowest risk trades, man. That's all I'm trying to do. The Science of Getting Rich in chapter 2 says the ownership of money and property comes as a result of doing things in a certain way. And that those who do things in this certain way, whether on purpose or accidentally, can get rich. While those who do not do things in a certain way, no matter how hard they work or how able they are, remain poor. In other words, when I read that and I interpret it, I go, damn, if you can get lucky in the stock market, why does this keep turning? You can get lucky. A lot of people got lucky during COVID, but you notice they're not still trading. Where did those people go? All those traders from the COVID days, where did they go? I don't know, man. I haven't seen them around in a while. Let me take this down. Let me ask you, man, where did they go? Where'd all the traders go from the COVID days? They went back to work? Why'd they stop trading? Because they went back to work. Because they didn't know what they were doing. They had no skills. They had no repeatable process. They had no path. They got lucky. Where'd all those crypto guys go? They got lucky. They didn't develop they didn't have a strategy that had an edge. They didn't understand the natural movement of the markets, the money flowing in and the money flowing out. They didn't understand the 4 stages of price movement. Don't be that person. So many people I meet, they don't study. Spend time every day studying, learning. You have to brainwash yourself to believe in the stock market. The reason most people don't believe is they have not brainwashed themselves to believe. Through this process of brainwashing, I became a multimillionaire. I believe in real estate. I brainwashed myself. I believe in the stock market. I had to brainwash myself. Then I had to convince myself of the 4 stages. Then I had to convince myself of the indicators. And then I had to convince my own self to get up and execute on what I had learned. And I hope you'll do that, man, because that's what it's all about. Click that damn QR code right here and get on our Substack, get on my emails, be handing out money. Most of you don't even have time to read it. You just letting money go by. You go to work every day and you're just letting money just pass by. Get on it, man. Don't do that. There's a fortune out there. Be handing out money all the time. All this studying, don't let it go to waste. Use me, man. Use my studying. Use the MFG team as we go through looking and studying. Let me show you something. The Dow Jones Industrial, or Dow Jones, or simply the Dow, is a stock market index of 30 prominent companies listed on the stock exchange in the United States. It's price weighted. It was first calculated May 26, 1896. I think your grandpappy could have got in if he wanted to, but why didn't he? Why didn't your daddy get in? Why didn't your grandma or your mama? Why didn't they? Come on, man. Why didn't they? You might say, well, they didn't know. Bullshit. They knew all about the stock market. Everybody does. Nobody gets to say they didn't know. You know, everybody knows. Everybody's always known. Everybody knows Coca-Cola is a stock. Everybody in America knows Warren Buffett owns Coca-Cola. Everybody knows about Verizon and AT&T and McDonald's. There are nobody who has an excuse. If you're above the average intelligence or even below, you have it. You don't need to be smart. You just need to believe. Fear, indecision, and doubt, man. Write those down. That's the 3 enemies of mankind. The reason your grandpappy, the reason your daddy and your mama didn't get rich is fear, indecision, and doubt. And they just went about their day, man. But listen to what I said. The ownership of money and property comes as a result of doing things in what? A certain way. Guess what the money flow is? A certain way of seeing the market. It's a certain way of seeing price movement, man. That was a monthly, man. Let me take you to a weekly to show you the fractal nature of price. Now look at this. This is a weekly chart right here. Here we got a stage. Here's an anchor point. Got a stage 1, got a stage 2 run up. Here's stage 3, right? As we begin to break this down into a daily, look at this. Stage 1, right here we can see it. What was it, last week, week before? This was on my buy list as a possible trade opportunity, was trading the UDOW. Right here, we talked about getting in with a target near this previous high. Now, I've watched people, they can't see this. They're too busy trying to fucking short the market because they think the RSI is high. They're using the RSI wrong. Okay, don't do that, man. Markets flow in. Market can go much higher than you can possibly imagine. It can go much lower than you can possibly imagine. It's not that easily telegraphed. We don't even need to do that. Don't do that until it's time to do that, man. You know, don't short till it's time to short. You got to see a solid 3. From the looks of it, I see a stage 1 and a breakout happening. There's a damn breakout on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. That's this right here. The 5-day exponential average crossed the 20. Price is above the 5. 5 is above the 10. 10 is above the 20. Everything is pointing up. Does that mean it's going to go up? Doesn't mean it's going to go up, but it sure looks like the natural organic flow of the market is heading up. Hey, man, welcome to Sunday service. My name is Gerald Peters. If you don't know, now you know. Click the barcode there, or go to thepetersreport.com, or better yet, go to geraldpeters.info. Get a free copy if you don't have to die broke, because you damn sure don't have to die broke. And if you do, you chose that path, because the money flow is not about being broke. The money flow is about getting rich. So why don't we get rich? If the ownership of money and property comes as a result of doing things in a certain way, and those who do things in this certain way, whether on purpose or accidentally, get rich, damn, son, let's get rich. Get into this, man. I hope I see you this week. I really do. And as you know, as we always say, man, you don't have to get it right, brother. You just got to get it going, okay? Come on, man. Come with me, man. Let's sit. That's all we got to do, man. You don't have to get it right. Just get it going. That's it, man. That's all we got to do. How simple is that? So simple. Right there. Hey, I appreciate you guys being here, man. Get fired up, man. It's time to get fired up about the market. Come on, man. If I was you, would I be excited? If I was you, what would you be doing, man? I hope you didn't blow your weekend. The time is now. Today is the time. Don't waste another day, man. Right now. Right now. Don't waste another day. You don't have another day. You don't even know if it's guaranteed to you. You don't have time to waste, man. You really don't. You've wasted enough. Come on, man. Your family's dependent on you. Your future you is depending on what you do today. Get your homework done. Let's go, man. MFG.